See? So for me, sometimes I scare AI because I can image someday you will no need the human MC like me. We just need an AI, a robot MC. So ladies and gentlemen, in the next presentation, we'll talk about how TikTok is involving marketing in the region in the power of story and entertainment. Capture the world's attention with fresh insights and new product features that span sharper entertainment, measurement, and content creation. And please welcome on stage Mr. Kim Ho, the head of client solution team TikTok, with the topic the new age of entertainment has begun on TikTok. And please give a big applause to welcome on stage Mr. Kim Ho. And don't forget, we still have our speaker lined up to be ready to share with you many interesting informations and useful information. And Mr. Kim Ho, please.
Yeah, thank you. Hello and good afternoon, everyone. So we have a long day already, and thanks that now it comes to TikTok, and I'm super happy and to be proud to be here today to sharing about the update on TikToks. So my name is Kim, and I am now leading a team of client solution manager that helping brands and agency in Vietnam to adopt the TikTok advertising solutions. So I think let's get start today with a video that may have you to entertain. What would be next today?
The world of entertainment. It used to be in the hands of a few. But today, the power to entertain belongs to over 1 billion people.
Can we skip to the good part?
And they're all on the platform where joy happens for you. TikTok is a place where people come to collaborate, create, co-create, sing to different tunes, and move to different beats.
Difference is very much celebrated on TikTok. You don't have to be afraid of being different.
Nhờ những cái clip đó của mình mà những bạn bắt đầu lập nên cái tư duy mới, cái kỹ năng viết mà còn phải độc đáo, sáng tạo.
Khi mà rất là nhiều người gặp mình ấy, các bạn trẻ gặp mình, các bạn nói là anh ơi, anh đã tạo ra một cái văn hóa mới trên bóng đá đấy. Mình bảo là sao em?
This is a new age of entertainment delivered on TikTok, built like community, content, and commerce.
I spread joy and happiness through my content.
TikTok is easy to pick up, it's real, and it brings joy and fun.
TikTok delivers on all kinds of joy. The kind of joy that spreads. The kind of joy that you just can't keep to yourself. The kind that writes business success stories.
We came out with one of the best campaigns we had. We have about 72 million views with more than 100,000 content generated.
The kind of joy that makes you go... The kind of joy that unlocks new ones. The kind that doesn't care about color, about who you are, or where you come from.
Mình nghĩ những video của mình có thể chạm tới cộng đồng bởi vì hai từ, đó chính là yêu thương vô điều kiện và không bao giờ bỏ cuộc.
We want to inspire people through creativity that can contribute to the culture itself.
The kind of joy that keeps giving back. This is where joy calls home, where joy delivers.
Yeah, it's a very entertaining videos that the teams already did for today, and what actually learning from the videos. There's actually a few keywords, but then today I want to emphasize on just a few things. The first thing is about the content. So content is very important on TikToks, and why is that? I will explain later. And it's about the communities, because when you consume the content, you can actually creating a very strong community, and especially that's happening on TikToks. And it's about the commerce. We have the contents, we have the communities, but then how we can actually write the impact for the business. Like we actually can write sales with the commerce solutions. This actually can also present it today. And last but not least, because TikTok is the platform that we actually delivering joys. So joy is also the very important keywords that we will be playing around today. And I think like we start with very very important facts. We'll be communicating two facts that actually coming from the internal data. And sorry for the technical setup, so that I want to follow with the my stories. So I already talk about a few keywords, about the contents, about the communities, about the commerce, and especially on the first thing, people around the world and people in Vietnam actually finding TikToks as a platform that they can actually feeling joy. So we had the fact here, 7 in 10 people when we do the surveys that they actually looking for TikTok as a platform to find joy. Joy, which means that we're happy, right? We're fun, and we actually very entertained with the contents on TikToks. And the data also saying that 81% of the audience that we do the surveys, they found that most of the content they consume on TikTok every day is super entertaining. And with that, two facts. We as a platform, we see that what is actually the mission behind where actually people go and find joy, go and find the contents that they want to actually entertain. And one thing I want to emphasize as well that TikTok is actually not a social platform. Around the world, we may see that actually we connecting with the content, we're connecting with the people because of the people we actually following. But on TikTok is not. On TikTok is actually people go there and find the content that they want to watch and they want to be entertained by that content. So it means that people actually consume by content every day on TikTok. And 78% that people say that yeah, the content on TikTok is very very entertaining. And on TikTok we actually pointing out three things that because of the content consumed every day, that people is very very because of the content is delivering very very relevant to the audience. We call that the hyper relevant. So why it relevant? The next I will be explain about that. And because people consume the same content, right? We're talking about the same message. We're talking about the same story with the others. We actually creating the community around us. And because of the content, we're talking the same content and easily to have the trend setting. So this means that we have the content consumed, we're talking the same story, we're creating the communities, and then we actually easily to creating the trends on TikToks. So this is a very good example just happening in Vietnam last month about the SEA Games. This is the moment that I think most of the people in this room actually very very recall and also remarkable of the moment, right? The moment that Vietnamese player scoring the very very important goal for the final ones. And during the SEA Games, the teams in TikTok actually creating a unique hashtag that SEA Games 31, and it's consumed 12 billion views across the region, across the nations. So why we actually can deliver that amounts of views? Because as I mentioned, people actually consume the content, and by that time, TikToks on TikTok platform, a lot of story, a lot of video, a lot of content actually talking about SEA Games. It's not about football, but it's also other sport as well. And when people consume about the contents, other as well also consume that and creating a massive community when we're talking the same story about the SEA Games. And from there, we're creating a trend that yeah, people creating the content like this and upload to TikTok for others to view as well. So content, community, and from there we're creating a super trend on TikToks, and it proved for the campaign on the SEA Games. and from that insights, and we recognize that we build a very good recommendation engines that actually being recognized from MIT since 2021. That's very, very proud of our recommendations algorithms. And when people, I think most of the people in the rooms here when heard about TikTok or talk about TikTok, most likely they will imagine or they feel that that is a platform to deliver music or dancing, because at the beginning we're actually having a lot of dance and music and songs, right? But actually it's not. Actually it's not. Along the goals, we actually diverse a lot of content categories. So here you can see is that we have food and beverage, beauty, healthcare, parent and kids that actually uplift time on times. So what I mean here is that for brands point of view, TikTok is actually not about music and dance. TikTok is a set of content category, and you actually can actively tap in your content productions, or you actually can start thinking of creating the content that actually fit for some of the communities or the content category here. TikTok platform is very diverse in terms of the contents. That's all about the contents, communities, and how actually TikTok platform having on that. But then next, when we have the communities, when we have the directions of creating the contents, but how is impact to the business. So I want to also communicating on the how actually one person on the TikTok platform consumes the contents. So if you're actually having the TikTok apps, the first thing you will see is the For You feed, the first step of the TikTok platform. And all of the contents For You is actually recommended by the algorithm that I already mentioned earlier. And it's super user-centric. So it means that each of you in the room, if you're using TikToks, you're having your own content in the For You feed. And it's super personalized, or it's super very, very personal, dedicated. And thanks to that, with the for now, each of the person in average in Vietnam, they actually consumes the content on TikTok more than 80 minutes per day. So a lot of content, when you scroll, when you see it on the screen, it's actually personalized with you in the real times. So there's a case that for the people actually just downloading, install the TikTok apps, and just after 2 days, you have your own experience. And because we are delivering the content based on your behavior, based on your interests, and based on your engagement. So the contents that actually delivering to you is super high in terms of the engagement rate. So it's mentions about the 80 minutes per day that every single Vietnamese user having on the TikToks in average, they consume the content by that length. And maybe some of the people around me asking that, so how is the people creating the contents on TikTok? Is it that just they are actively producing the content by themselves? But actually not. So here is the campaign that we call that the branded effect, with when we providing our solutions to Colgate brand. And you can see that this is the branded effect. And we call out a lot of TikTok users to join in the marketing campaigns. And from there, massively other scales, they joining in co-creating the content with brands. So it means that they are not actively creating the themselves, but brand also having the chance to co-create with the TikTok user. And we can emphasize that every single TikTok user is your creator, and you have freely, and you have own chance to collab with them to create the contents. This is the two example. The first example.
Tăng tốc. Chuyên đi. Sang bên phải đây. Đây rồi. Chuyên đi.
This is a very two nice example on the collaborations, also co-creating the content. And actually, we want to also talk here is that the trends and so the content on TikTok actually not stay on TikTok, but it's actually also come to in reality. It come to life. You see that on the food beverage, right? Food dance, right? This is some trend on TikTok, and then they just replicate or they duplicate on their life. Or the kids, right? Yeah, she's and her father is watching the football, but then there's a very small trend in terms of the music pop up. So it's not only on TikTok, but it's already come into reality, and also it come to life. And when we have the community that actually consumes the same content, I repeated that we have the communities, many community that consumes the same content, consume the same story. But why actually brand can tap into that? There's a few facts. Here you can see is that if a brand can tap into the trend, 61% of the users sees that the brand is really positive. So it means that when you creating the content, you set the trend or you go along with the trend, your brand is really positive in terms of the TikTok audience. And related to that, people, because TikTok is the platform that bringing joy and super entertaining in terms of the content, right? And when people seeing that brand tap into the trends and creating the content on TikTok, so they 72% they agree that yeah, the content is super positive. So the positive here is mean that they love the brands, for instance, and they're ready to convert. And last but not least, about 43% of the people, when they see something trigger on TikTok, they will start to looking for something new. So it means that 33% that when they see the content on TikTok, it's creating or it trigger a moment that unplanned purchase. The unplanned purchase for 33% of the user when they see something new on TikTok. And this is our framework that brand can actually leveraging on that. The first thing is about the be present. So be present here is two way. You're actively creating the content like others TikTok creators. You have your business account, you're creating the native contents, you uploading on the TikToks, or actually you can partner with the creators. We have TikTok marketplace creator. You can tap into that, and you actually can invite the creator to also co-collaboration in terms of creating the contents. And you want to boost some in terms of the video to get more people to engage, to get more people to views, or to get more people to love your brands. You actually can leverage our advertising products from upper funnel to lower funnel objective. And we talk about the contents, we talk about the communities, we talk about the brands that actually can tap in creating the contents. But how about the lower funnel that the brands can actually leveraging on TikToks? We call that add joy to cut. And a few facts as well. On TikToks, 74% of the people that actually inspire. So this means that inspire is like kinds of there's a way that we call the inspire is like the first moment of truth or the zero moment of truth. It's kinds of inspire something, inspire someone to trigger of the purchase behavior, right? And 66% actually when they see the content on TikTok, it's really helpful for me to decide. So it means that from upper funnel, brand awareness, discovery, and now it helped me to decide what to buy. Super important in terms of trigger the final considerations. And it's also 67% that people to shops when they actually not planning for anything. And from upper funnel considerations and going to lower funnel, it's actually very, very super positive with TikTok contents. And let me recall with the For You feed. So For You feed is the single feed that the first step when you open up the TikTok apps, right? And when you scroll up, scroll down, scroll up, scroll down, we call that the For You feed. And the For You feed is actually the journey that brands can actually tap into the user experience or user journey on TikTok as well. We call that the infinite loop of joy when delivering the content or co-creating the contents with the user on the For You feed. So you can see that on the first part, we call from discovery into action. Action here is mean where people actually trigger the buys, right? On discovery, so there's two ways. Brand can actually creating the contents about the products, or it's actually the product that tie in or co-collaborations with creator to highlight or to review a specific product and where the product is actually being discovered on the very first moment. They consider and they add to cart and they purchase. And there's a fact that 1.5x time higher than other platform that user actually discover something and they immediately buy the product. And we have another fact that 25% of user when doing the surveys, they really doing the reviewing video of specific product and they shares on TikTok, right? But when you scroll the feed, so it just exposed to you that, oh, that's a very nice product and you actually want to buy that product and it just keep looping when you're scrolling For You feed. So that's how we call the infinite loop of the commerce products. This is just the represents of our infinite into the linear journey from discovery, considerations into conversions. And on TikTok, there's actually one features that brand can tap into that when a KOL or when a creator that they doing the product reviews, right? You can ask for the authorizations of that creator to share the video for you, and immediately it just after 5 minutes you can use that video for your creative in your advertising campaign. It's very easy, and we call that the Spark Ads. So very strong in terms of content creations and very strong in terms of collaborations with the creator. And this is the very last interesting part. We talk a lot on the content, communities, commerce solution, but then at the lower funnel, with the very, very native solutions, we want to rolling out TikTok shops in the market. So TikTok shops is the end-to-end solutions that you actually can bring in your own product, your own catalog, and sell it on TikTok apps. So it means that own in one single e-commerce operations can be happening right now on just one TikTok apps. You can expand in the reach. You can reducing the shopping frictions, which means that right now the customer experience or customer journey from watching the video, clicking on the products and buy it, it's just one single app on TikToks. We have a few formats that you can actually exposing more product in terms of organic and advertising. So in terms of organic format, we have live shopping, we have product showcase, and we have the video shopping. So it's very easy for you to imagine that when you posting a live shopping or you have the video shopping, right, on the orange icon, where you actually can just very simple tap in and you go directly to the page for buying that product. And we also having the advertising format that also stick with the video, also the live shopping. This is the journey. You see the video, you can click on the badge icon, or we call that the anchor links. You go to the display page, you go to the selections of the variants of the product, and you complete the checkout. It's just very minimal clicks. Maximum is about 5 clicks that you can actually buying the product on TikToks from the video views. This is a very earlier case study on the live stream. So we have Laneige, we have Deep Peeling, and this is the video that they're actually doing the live stream. When they are doing the live stream, there could be a display card at the bottom of the screen, and you can just click in and you buy the product as well. So I want to emphasize this on the live stream as well is TikTok is the vertical experience, right? And when you're seeing a specific video on TikTok, it's actually exclusive for you only. So it means that this is the full screen experience. That's what I mean. This is for you only, exclusively on the specific screen. No brand, no other videos, no other factor can actually impact to your experience. And that's all for today. Contents, communities, collaborations, and you can end up with the sales impact with the TikTok shops. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your sharing, Mr. Kim Ho from TikTok. It's really interesting.